Hello guys and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the LEGO Star Wars summer set rumors, and I will be giving my thoughts in a different format than I usually do. This is for the most part not going to be a positive video because most of this stuff I am not excited for and I don't think most people will be excited for. There is some upside to a few of these sets and some potential for sets that we don't know enough about yet to pass judgment on, though. So if you're down to hear my thoughts as a collector and a mock builder, let's dig in. So let's go down the list here, starting with 75358. It is a 4+ set based on the Young Jedi Adventures, $40 set, 124 pieces. Gotta have something for the kids there, and I guess this is it. Moving on. 75659 is supposed to be $25, 106 pieces. This is kind of a weird price per piece there. I'm not really sure what this is actually going to be, but the rumor is that it's going to be a Swamp Speeder with a Luminara figure and some clone troopers, and I imagine those would be 442nd troopers if we're getting Luminara. And I imagine that this is the set for this wave that is going to be the tank set. We've been getting a vehicle set with some kind of denomination of soldiers and a named character at a similar price point to this for a few waves now, and I just don't know what kind of a build we're going to be able to get for 106 pieces for $25, but heyo, I guess here's hoping that we get a whole bunch of minifigures in it and this just ends up being a bigger battle pack type thing. But moving on. 75362 is an unknown Ahsoka set. It's going to be $70 and have 699 pieces in it. We will know more about this one when the show comes out in early May this year, but really too early to speculate, and we don't have any pictures or anything of this one. So, set 75363 is a Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter Microfighter for $15. Notice that doesn't say $10 because it apparently comes with Grogu, as well as the Mandalorian, which is apparently worth $5 more now. It has 88 pieces. And the only way that I can see this being good is if the Grogu and Mando are different somehow in Season 3, and LEGO replicates that in their prints, making these either unique figures or a cheap way to get the newer style of these figures. But if it just ends up being reused figures in a new fighter for 50% more money, then there's literally zero reason to buy this. We will see. Moving on, set 75364 is another unknown Ahsoka set at $100, 1,056 pieces this time. Again, we'll know more about this, be able to speculate about it, or just get descriptions of it at a certain point when it comes out in early May this year. I'm hoping that both of these sets are ships and not some kind of play sets like the Gray Blob that we got from the Kenobi show, but we'll see. Next up, set 75365 is the Yavin 4 Rebel Base playset for $160 with 1,067 pieces. And the first thing that jumps out to me about this is that it's either got a lot of large pieces or a lot of minifigs, because the count is only 11 pieces more than the previous Ahsoka figure or set for $60 more. It's going to have an A New Hope minifig lineup, which will be nice if there's a lot of figures, I guess. But the thing that really made me laugh was it's supposed to have a Y-Wing microfighter included, which just feels like satire at this point, considering everyone was expecting this slot to be a playscale gunship that we've been waiting for. I guess we can assume that we're getting at least one Rebel pilot figure in this set, considering the Y-Wing microfighter. I'm sorry, it doesn't feel real, honestly. The build is said to be a 360-degree open playset, and for me, this is only going to be good if I can get multiple figs that are not available in other sets, which I doubt, since we already got General Dodonna in the X-Wing, which really leaves Mon Mothma as the only figure that I can think of that wouldn't be available in something else. But moving on. Set 75366 is supposed to be the Advent Calendar. It's going to be $45, 320 pieces, and we don't really know much about this one other than the price, but I would imagine that it's going to be heavily Return of the Jedi themed. I wouldn't count on seeing very much Attack of the Clones stuff in this set, even though it's also the anniversary for that movie. Next up is 75367 Anniversary UCS Set for $650 at 5,374 pieces. This is said to be an anniversary UCS set, which doesn't really narrow it down since it's both the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones and the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, as I mentioned earlier. There was a leaked UCS Jabba's sail barge, which seems the most likely, even though the leak said it would have over 6,000 pieces, and this one is much less than that. But I honestly think this is going to be Return of the Jedi themed regardless because of LEGO's heavy bias towards the original trilogy. And I wouldn't put any original trilogy or Master Builder series set or ship past them at this point. But I have no reason to believe that, based on precedent, it'll be Attack of the Clones based, and that is unfortunate. Moving on. And now, folks, we get to the pinnacle of the LEGO Star Wars wave for summer of 2023, the 3 $15 remaining set slots for the rest of the year. Keep in mind, it's only February, which means we will be waiting at least 10 months for the release of $15 or $20 slots that we do not already know that have a chance to be figure packs or battle packs. So, make sure you're sitting down. I'm going to tell you what they are. Are you ready? Are you sure you're ready? LEGO Star Wars MECHS. Sets 75368, 75369, and 75370 will be a Stormtrooper mech, a Darth Vader mech, and a Boba Fett mech, respectively, all for $15, all with varying piece counts that don't really matter in the long run. But yes, I am dead serious. No, this is not satire, even though it seems like it. I'm going to keep this short here because I will be making an entire video dedicated to just how unfathomably dumb this product is. And without question, this takes the #1 spot for worst LEGO Star Wars product of all time, in my opinion. And this is what we're getting instead of figure packs. So you can watch that video right here. Moving on. Set 75371 only gets better from here. It is a brick-built, buildable Chewbacca for $200 at 2,320 pieces. Folks, I hope and pray to any god that will listen that this set looks fantastic and is worth the shelf space it sits on, but I will remind you that the brick-built Yoda looked like this. I hope I'm wrong, but I'd put money on this set looking whack. There are two sets that I didn't list, being 75660 and 75661, that we have very little info on. One of them is supposedly $35 and 253 pieces, and that could be the one that's the Swamp Speeder with 253 pieces. The other one we have no price tag for and is 526 pieces. These sets I have high hopes for and could potentially come with that Luminara and the 442nd Troopers or the 327th Star Corps Troopers, in which case it would come with Aya Sakura and potentially Bly, but I've heard both. I hope that we can get another named character like Bly if it's 327th or multiple clone troopers in either battalion's colors, depending on what the sets are, but we really just don't know. I mean, I've heard rumors all over the place about these two sets, and they are definitely the ones that we have the least reliable information on right now. So once that comes out, I will get that to you as soon as I have it. In conclusion, I am not very excited about any of the stuff we have info right now, except for maybe the Swamp Speeder, especially those mechs. I said it earlier, this is the dumbest product in my 20 years of collecting LEGO Star Wars that I have ever seen LEGO release. But if you want to hear my opinion on that and on LEGO removing figure packs from shelves and then replacing them 6 months later with mechs, here you go, there's that video. But for the rest of this stuff, there's still a lot we don't know, and there could be some gems in here, like from the Ahsoka show. I imagine that she has some sort of ship that we haven't seen yet, and it could be one of the sets, and it could be really cool. Anyway, here's hoping. I'll talk to you guys when we know more. Peace!